Hi, and welcome back to Don't Be Offside. Just a year ago, Liverpool was on top of the world, competing in 4 different competitions. Fast forward to today and they sit a whopping 27 points behind league leaders Arsenal. A team that was once unstoppable is now facing a trophyless season. Just halfway through March, it's a drastic fall from grace. And it's clear that Liverpool has lost its aura of invincibility and is plagued by frustrating inconsistency. How does a team go from crushing Manchester United 7-0 to suffering a humiliating defeat to struggling Bournemouth? Join us as we delve into the reasons behind Liverpool's struggles this season and explore what went wrong for this once great team. Klopp and his trusty assistant, Pep Lijnders, know the importance of preseason like the backs of their hands. They believe that it's crucial to, quote, create a base for their players to prepare for the challenges ahead. In fact, they compare it to a trampoline that helps their team bounce back throughout the season. But with just 63 days between their devastating defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League final and the Community Shield match against Manchester City, last summer's preseason was the 3rd shortest in Liverpool's history. This lack of time had a major impact on the team's ability to recover from such a grueling 2021-22 season and get up to speed for a new term. As a result, fatigue has been a major factor in Liverpool's loss of trademark intensity and has contributed to a string of injury setbacks. Liverpool has been facing significant hindrance due to injuries, which not only caused a slow start to their 2020-21 season, but also impacting their current campaign. Presently, various players are out of the game, and their situation has been exacerbated by the injury to their vital defensive player, Virgil van Dijk, resulting in his sidelining for several months. To make matters worse, they've been dealt with another setback, as Majestic sustained an injury that will rule him out for the remainder of the season. Last season ended with a bang for Liverpool as they celebrated their success with an open-top bus tour of the city, showing off both domestic cups. However, the truth is that missing out on the 2 biggest prizes in such a heartbreaking manner cut deep. While the grueling physical demands of a 63-game season left them exhausted, it's impossible to overlook the psychological scars left by their losses. One of the reasons behind Liverpool's recent struggles is their vulnerability in midfield, a weakness that was not properly addressed during the summer transfer window. Despite the clear need for an upgrade in this area, manager Klopp seemed unconvinced of the need for further reinforcements, citing the numerous options already at his disposal. However, it was not a matter of quantity but rather quality and durability, as Liverpool's midfield lacked players in their prime years. The team missed out on key transfer targets such as Monaco's Aurelien Tchouameni, leaving them with a dearth of options. The situation was compounded by a string of injuries to key players, including Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita and Thiago, whose fitness record were already a concern. Moreover, with Milner nearing the end of his career at 36 and young players like Elliott and Carvalho still learning the ropes, Liverpool's midfield is in desperate need of a revamp. It can be argued that this team has reached the end of its cycle and is now in a state of decline. Liverpool's trademark mentality monsters have enjoyed great success in recent years due to their high-energy pressing game. However, the team has gradually become older, with an average age of over 28, which is higher than the prime average age of 27 for a typical team. Only Fulham, West Ham, and Tottenham have fielded older teams this season. Some argue that their aging team requires an infusion of youthful vigor in the midfield to maintain their high-intensity style. However, the club has not spent any money on midfielders since the beginning of 2021. Liverpool was aware that there would be a transition period following Sadio Mane's departure to Bayern Munich. The team has also felt the absence of the Senegalese forward, both on and off the pitch. Mane was a key component of Klopp's attacking strategy in the latter half of the last season, netting 14 of his 23 goals after the turn of the year. The team's pressing game has suffered in his absence, and they're not as effective without him. Critics have accused Liverpool of losing their signature high-intensity pressing game, and the data suggests that the average number of recoveries in the final third has dropped by almost 50% this season, matching levels from 5 years ago. The team also seems to be playing more defensively, as evidenced by their lowest average number of passes in the final third upper Klopp and a higher frequency of regaining possession in their defensive third. Identifying a single factor as the primary cause of Liverpool's struggles is challenging, as success usually results from a holistic balance. However, the most noticeable concern is their defensive performance. This season, Liverpool is conceding 1.2 goals per game, matching their worst record under Klopp during his first term. The issue becomes even more apparent when analyzing the expected goals conceded, which have risen to 1.25 per game, the highest under Klopp's management. Additionally, Liverpool's ball retention has decreased significantly, surpassing their average turnovers. This suggests a lack of precision in their passing game, which is likely contributing to their poor performance. At the moment, individual performances aside, the entire Liverpool defense seems to be struggling, lacking the same level of communication, organization, and fluidity that was once a trademark of the team. Their errors leading to goals have been unusually high this season, with nearly 50 such errors made so far, well and above their average. This indicates that their defensive line has been underperforming and making too many costly mistakes. One significant factor contributing to Liverpool's poor form this season is the underperformance of several key players. Although Trent Alexander-Arnold is often criticized for his defensive abilities, his attacking talents are widely acknowledged. However, the media's excessive focus on him has put tremendous pressure on the young right back, affecting his performance and confidence. This season, he has struggled to fulfill his potential, vacillating between trying too hard and getting caught out of position, and trying to stay composed and being caught off guard. In the past, the 23-year-old has achieved double-digit assists in 3 of his last 4 seasons, but this year his output has significantly decreased. Despite having an expected assist ratio of 0.21 per game, almost double his actual return of 0.12 per 90 minutes, it is possible that issues with his teammates finishing have contributed to this decline. Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's forward, has been struggling to score goals due to the club's previous well-coordinated and well-practiced front three no longer being present to strike fear into opposing defenses. Although Salah has won 3 Golden Boots for scoring the most goals in a season, his form has dipped after the summer departure of strike partner Sadio Mane and injuries to Roberto Firmino, Diego Jota, and Luis Diaz. Liverpool attempted to address this issue by signing Dutch forward Cody Gakpo mid-season, but he's still adapting to the team while Darwin Nunz's form has been inconsistent. Last season, Liverpool had the luxury of having players step up and take charge when someone was out of form. Initially, it was Salah who was performing exceptionally, but when his form dwindled, Mane stepped in to fill in. And when the duo couldn't deliver, Jota came to the rescue. Matip used to partner with Van Dijk in defense, but Konaté's impressive performances relegated him to the bench. The team seemed to have more talented players than available positions. However, the team's confidence has taken a hit this season, and there's no standout performer to lift the team's spirits. Everyone seems to be unsure of whom to rely on. In addition, Liverpool's performances seem to depend heavily on Van Dijk's performance. When he is at his last, Liverpool tends to do well, but he's been struggling to regain his form this season. Jurgen Klopp's squad has had its weaknesses exposed in their recent Champions League loss to Real Madrid. The 5-2 defeat in the first leg of the last 16 tie not only marked their worst home defeat in European competition, but also revealed their inability to respond when falling behind, and their lack of attacking threat, with an XG of just 0.07 in the second half. The amount of money available for transfer spending will be the deciding factor in how much Liverpool can strengthen their squad in the upcoming summer transfer window. The potential signing of Bellingham alone could cost around £100 million, and any further investments are likely to require double that amount. Unfortunately, Liverpool may struggle to compete with the financial resources available to other clubs such as Manchester City, Newcastle, and Chelsea. As a result, the club's owners, Fenway Sports Group, are exploring the possibility of outside investment rather than a complete sale of the club. If Liverpool is unable to acquire reinforcements in midfield during their transfer window, it'll be up to Klopp to continue up with tactical solutions to address the issues that the team has been facing on a regular basis. In conclusion, Liverpool's struggles this season have been multifaceted and complex, with a combination of injuries, poor performances, and lack of squad depth, and an overall drop in confidence. While some of these issues may be addressed in the transfer market, others will require tactical adjustments and a renewed focus on teamwork and communication on the pitch. As Liverpool looks to turn their season around and climb back up the Premier League table, it'll be interesting to see how Jurgen Klopp and his team approach the remainder of the season, and whether they can recapture the form that made them such a dominant force in English football just a few short years ago. We encourage you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more.